Hi friends, let's tune in with this segment which is based on the very interesting story. It is an autobiographical story that's Deep Water by William Douglas. So let's continue to understand the story in detail. So log on to the further part with this edition. After some years, William came to know of a waterfall and wanted to go in it. Some year passed, and after some years, author narrator William Douglas he understood that there was a waterfall, and then an inner wish developed in his mind to go to there. Whenever he went for swimming in a different rivers like Titon, Bumping River, Warm Lake of the Goat Rocks, the fear of water returned it. Whenever he was going to the water bodies, fear of water, usually it was a return to him. So he was feeling the fear of water. It would grab him completely, disable his limbs, and grab his heart. So that had a very okay lot of impact over him. The fear of water, okay, used to bother him, used to scare him. So he would feel disable his limbs, grab his heart, and he was totally surrender to the fear, to the fear of water. So he used to be feel like a handicap. He used to feel uncomfortable. So fear was hovering over him, and he was unable to move comfortably. He was unable to feel okay in a relaxed mood. So usually fear was overpowering him. Then the fear of water remained with the narrator William as he grew up. As the years rolled on, the fear of water remained with him. On the boating trips of a different lakes in the main region, New Hampshire, Dutch Metolius, Columbia, Bumping Lake, where he fished different varieties of fish, namely salmon, bass, and trout. The fear followed him. So wherever he used to go for fishing or other purposes, but the fear continued him. Fear followed him. His fishing trips were destroyed as he did not enjoy boating and swimming due to the fear. So usually all his outing to the river body, to the water bodies, different rivers, lakes, uh, his trips were destroyed. So he was not enjoying properly. He did not enjoy boating and swimming also due to the fear of water. So these all things were hovering on him. He was unable to move comfortably around the water bodies in the water. So he was missing opportunity to enjoy his life with the water because the fear which instilled from his childhood, which installed in very young age in the beginning of his life, so that caused to remain uncomfortable. So he was not enjoying, he was not comfortable with the water, and that's why whenever he used to go to the water bodies, so he was not feeling comfortable and he was not enjoying his life due to different reasons. He used to go to the river bodies, but he was feeling awkward. Fear used to arrive in his mind, and he was feeling very different. So overall, there was a havoc in his mind. There was a phobia developing in his mind. So that was not allowing him to move confidently, comfortably in the water, around the water. So that was the main cause that he lost the interest in the swimming, and that's why he was not enjoying his outings near to the water bodies in the water bodies. William tried to ward off the fear but was unable to get rid of it. He was trying his level best to get rid of it, but he was not getting success. Finally, in the month of October, he hired an instructor to teach him swimming. So at last, he took a step, he took initiatives, and then in the month of October, he decided to hire an instructor to teach him swimming because he wanted to get rid of it at any cost. Once again, he want to begin a new life. Once again, he want to be comfortable, confident with the water bodies, and he wanted to enjoy the life. That's why at last, finally, in the month of October, he hired an instructor to teach him swimming. He would practice for an hour each day, 5 days a week. William describes the learning process. The instructor put a belt around William's waist. So he started practicing uh, an hour each day, and it was 5 days a week. And here he's describing how instructor used to teach him swimming. The instructor around William's waist. The belt was attached to a thick rope. The rope went through an overhead pulley and was held by the instructor. He ensured that in case William drowned, the instructor would pull him out. William swam across the length of the pool for several weeks. Whenever the instructor loosened the rope, he went down into the water and fear would return. Instructor he used to pull whenever he used to go little down in the water, and so whenever he was going down into the water, the fear used to come, and he used to feel a lot of fear of drowning. It would immobilize his legs. It was after 3 months of practice that William got comfortable. The practice continued up to 3 months. After rigorous practice, a lot of practice of swimming with the help of instructor, now the William got comfortable. He got confidence, and he was feeling little hopeful of swimming, and now gradually the fear was diminishing. The fear was minimized after 3 months rigorous practice of swimming under the guidance of an instructor. Then the instructor taught him to breathe in the water. After 3 months, then instructor taught him the next step, that is how to breathe in the water, how to inhale in the water. He taught him to put his face under the water and exhale his breath. Instructor taught him how to keep face head under the water and how to exhale his breath, and how one should release air, how one should exhale the breath. So that was taught by the instructor. He was taught to raise his nose out of the water and inhale, and even instructor taught him how to raise a nose out of the water and how to inhale in that position. So these all the important things related to the swimming. The required skills of swimming was practiced by the William under the guidance of the instructor. William practiced several times, so all those required skills of swimming were practiced several times by the narrator William. Gradually, he got rid of a panic, and slowly, gradually, he was out of that panic, out of that fear, of that phobia, of that critical condition. and uncomfortableness, uneasiness. So he was losing those negative things out of him. Gradually, he got rid of a panic fear that would grab him when he put his head under the water. So slowly he recollected confidence. Once again, he was coming on the proper path, and he was feeling confidence of swimming in any water bodies. In the third phase of a learning process, the instructor taught William to kick water surface with his legs. He did this for many weeks. In the third phase of the learning process of swimming, the instructor taught the further skill that how to kick water surface with his legs. So that was one of the important skill, and instructor gave good guideline, good instruction, and took practice also, that how to kick the water surface with his legs. He did this for many weeks. He continued uh, the practice of this skill for many weeks. Initially, his legs did not move, but initially he was not finding his legs moving, but gradually they relaxed. And finally, William could order them to kick the desired way. But afterwards, he used to order his legs to kick in the desired way. So after continuous practice, he gained the skill of how to move legs, how to kick the water surface with his legs. So even he got command over the skill. Finally, the instructor made a swimmer out of William in phases. When William had perfected each phase, he completed, he combined them. In the month of April, the instructor told William that now he could swim. Finally, the instructor made a swimmer out of the William in phases. After 3-4 phases, now William was a turn into a perfect swimmer. So he became a good swimmer, and instructor told how to combine all the skills. And in the month of April, the instructor told William that now he could swim. In the month of April, instructor gave a guideline to him, that gave advice to him, and he allowed that he could swim in any water bodies confidently. There was no any fear, there was no any threat of drowning in the water. He asked him to dive into the pool and swim the length of the pool in a particular style called the crawl stroke. And he told to dive into the pool and swim the full length of the pool in a particular style called crawl stroke. So he practice swimming in the style of a crawl stroke, full length of the pool, and after diving into the pool, he continued the practice of swimming into the in the style of a crawl stroke. William swam, and the classes came to an end. After 3-4 months continuous practice and the learning from the instructor, the swimming class came to end. William swam and practiced, and got command over all the components of swimming, all the important skills of the swimming, and then the swimming class came to an end. William had not overcome the fear yet, and wondered if the terror would grab him when he would be alone in the water. But still, there was fear was there. Still, he was 100% not feeling comfortable. He had not totally overcome the fear yet, and wondered if the terror would grab him when he would alone in the water. So he was imagining that when he would be alone in the water, and if the terror fear overpower him, then what would be. So he was thinking with a negative line. He tried to swim alone in the pool. So initially, step by step, he started swimming alone in the pool. The terror returned in the small phases, but now As he knew how to swim, he faced the terror with confidence. He swam another length of the pool. Then he began swimming alone in the swimming pool. The terror returned in the small phases. The fear, he felt fear in a small phases, but now he was aware. He knew very well. He had the skill of swimming. He knew how to swim. He faced the terror with the confidence, and he started facing the fear, facing the terror, the phobia with confidence, because he was aware how to how to swim perfectly, and how to float in the water. So he had gained all those skills and command over skills, and that's why he swam another length of the pool. Then he took an opportunity of another big size of a swimming pool, another length of the pool, and there also he swam confidently. And slowly he was keeping fear aside. He was facing terror, but he was he had so much confidence that he could keep aside all the terror, all the fear which were arising in his mind. William swam like this till the month of July, but was not satisfied. He wanted to be sure that all the fear had left him, so he went to Lake Wentworth in the New Hampshire, dived into it from Trees Island, and swam for 2 miles up to the Stamp Act Island. He swam in a different styles: crawl, breaststroke, side stroke, backstroke. The terror returned only once, when he was in the middle of the lake. When he put his head under the water, he saw water all around, and the fear returned. This time, William laughed at the terror and said to it that it would not harm him. He saw that terror vanish, and he resumed swimming. When uh, in one in one incident, that he had kept his head under the water, and he saw water all around, and suddenly the terror returned to him. But this time William laughed at the fear. William laughed at the terror and said to it that it would never harm it. He saw that the terror vanished, and he resumed swimming. So he challenged terror. He conquered fear of water. He laughed at the fear of water. So this is called the perfect confidence. This one should have possess with him. He saw the terror vanish. If you have 100% confidence, you can see that fear would vanish, terror would disappear, and he resumed swimming. So he started enjoying swimming, and once again the derailed train was on the path, on the right track, and he started enjoying swimming. William still had some doubt about the fear, so he hurried towards the western direction. He went up to the Tyton, reached Conrad Meadows, walked up the Conrad Creek Trail to Mad Glacier. He camped at the meadow by a warm lake. The next morning, he wore a swimming costume, dived into the lake. He swam across it to the okay to the other end and returned just like the famous American Dow Corpon used to do. William shouted with joy as he had overcome his fear. His voice resounded as the mountain peak named Gilbert Peak never berated it. He had overcome the fear. The experience had a great importance in William's life. He realized that the death was peaceful and only fear of death was fearful. He recollects the words of one of the presidents of America, Roosevelt. Fear is a fear itself. As William had experienced death and the fear of death, his desire to live grew immensely. He felt release from fear and was free to walk off with the trails of and climb up the mountains fearlessly. Okay, so we can learn a very good lesson that how one should be and how one should conquer fear and terror from the mind and should enjoy his life. Okay, so this lesson gives a very good message. Thank you for watching this video lecture. Keep tune in with the next edition of this video series. Thank a lot.